Here we go. Let's do neuro. Neurological is only 7% on the exam. That's it. 7%. Piece of cake. You're only going to see 14 little itty-bitty baby questions. That's it. Just 14 questions. I'm going to give you enough information to answer all 14 questions absolutely correct. You'll have no problem with neuro whatsoever. It'll be very easy. Let's talk about a cerebral vascular accident. You know, when people have a CVA, it could either be due to an ischemic event, or you can have a CVA because of a hemorrhagic event, either or. When you have an event going on in your head, it could either wind up being a TIA, it could be an RIND, or it could be a CI. TIA, transient ischemic attack. That's something that lasts like 24 hours and after that, like you're all better. If you have an ischemic event or a hemorrhagic event, you could wind up with a RIND. That stands for reversible ischemic neurological deficit. Reversible ischemic neurological deficit. Now, what's an RIND? Besides being a reversible ischemic neurological deficit, and since it's reversible, it's just like a TIA. It's a long TIA. You know, when you have a TIA, in 24 hours you get better. Some people need a little more time. Then it becomes an RIND. The guy across the street from me had a stroke. Initially, he couldn't move this side. It was all like this. All right, so everybody's all upset. He won't be able to walk, be in a wheelchair. Everything's all sad. Then it took about 3 months, but as the weeks and month and another month went by, Gus started moving his right side. So he was walking with a cane. Now he don't even need a cane. Everyone said it's a miracle. Everybody's like, it's a miracle. I mean, I think it is a miracle. But you can't bill for miracles. There's no money in miracles. So that's why now they made up the name RIND. It's a reversible ischemic neurological deficit. All that a RIND is a long TIA. That's it. Because you can't make no money on miracles. You can make a few bucks on a RIND. So a TIA, then you have an RIND, and then you have a CI. A CI is cerebral infarction. A CI is cerebral infarct. Dead tissue, forever. You know, you have 2 blood supplies to your head. You have the basilovertebral artery, and you have the carotid arterial system. Right? So you have the carotid arterial system, and you have the basilovertebral system. If you're going to have a cerebral infarction or a stroke, you can either have a stroke involving the carotid arterial system, or you can have a stroke involving the basilovertebral system. If you're going to have a stroke, you'd rather pick one with the carotid arterial system. Because the basilar, right, the basilovertebral system, if you're going to have a stroke involving that, you infarct someplace in your brainstem. Hey, when that happens. Whereas, you know, infarcting the carotid arterial system, I mean, it's a sad thing, but, you know, at least, you know, you lost function on one side of your body, whereas opposed to having an infarct of your brainstem. So people that infarct their carotid arterial system or have an infarct or a hemorrhage or an ischemic event due to the carotid arterial system will present with one-sided weakness, right? One-sided weakness, one-sided parathesias, hemiparesis, hemiplegia, you know, call it whatever you like. So if I have a boo-boo, let's say on the left side of my head, I get right-sided weakness, right-sided hemiplegia, hemiparesis, right? I also get right-sided homonymous homoniopia. You're like, what? Homonymous homoniopia. It's in that core curriculum. Homonymous homoniopia. Sounds like another Catholic thing. I think they say that in Catholic church, right? Homonymous homoniopia, and then you go vubiscum something or other. Come on, where are you Catholics? You know you go vubiscum something or other. I don't know what I'm saying, but anyway, no, I've heard it said. So, homonymous homoniopia, what does this mean? Blindness in one half of both eyes. Blindness in one half of both eyes. So if I got a boo-boo over here, I got right-sided weakness.